at that Pure replay. PvZ much hype. Alright, well, hopefully it delivers. He's talked a big game, Twitch chat, so you be the judge. Y'all be the judge, okay? We're going to watch this replay, and then we will get into the Infestilin one, and I guess that might be it for today. It might be it. I might go eat some carbs and kick back. It's not a virus. Pulled from a Discord link I already made. Got it. I'm just teasing about it being a virus. I trust you, Infestilin. I was nervous to be live. Sorry if my voice was cracking. Nah, you're cool, Circuit. You're fine. You're totally fine. Alright. Let's get back into our casting swagger here. So, we have a PvZ on Acid Plant spawning in the lower right. As the green Protoss, it is our Twitch chat hero, Pure. Spawning in the upper left as the teal Zerg, a very good choice I might add. It's Arkthelegend of Rise Esports fame. Okay. So what do we got here? What do we got for these two players? We have got a hatch first here for Arkthelegend. And we have got a gateway and a pylon at home for Pure. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. We got a couple chatty Cathys here. A couple of chatty Cathys in the game. Let's do this and this. And let's jump ahead a little bit. Let's jump on ahead. So we've got a nice, lovely hatch gas pool. We got a Nexus, we got a Cybercore, we got another gas. Everything nice and normal and standard and pleasant. Don't we just love that? Isn't that just great? Isn't that grand? Chrono Adepts going across the map. And a Stargate here for Pure. Third base going down. A little bit before the 3-minute mark here for Arkthelegend. Nice economic play. Mostly pulling out of gas, one drone still on gas. And that speed research almost done. Pure opting to open with a Phoenician here. Of course, the first unit out of the Stargate being a much debated point of contention among Protosses. So Pure going for Phoenician into Oracle. There are 2 gates closing off that wall. And Arkthelegend just kind of droning up. A handful of safety links here for both players, showing a lot of respect to one another. So we have a second gas going down at the natural for Arkthelegend. Interesting play there. I'm not sure if that's going to be an intentional thing to try to mess with Pure, right? Pure might assume that this gas has been taken, or if that's just kind of, that was where Ark's screen was at that point. Got 2 ladies holding the door here for Pure, and a couple of gases going down. Shield battery for safety, and that robotics has started up. Meanwhile, on the Zerg portion of the map, there's a Roach Warren going down. No mining from this gas yet. Oh, Ark saturates it. And Spore in the third and the main, but not at the natural. That layer tech at the natural, I feel like Ark is being a little sneaky here. An Evo Chamber and Roach Warren also go down at the natural. And 2 Oracles come in, try to see what they can get done with the Spore here. It turns out to be a decent amount. Pure getting 4 worker kills, but I don't know if it's worth losing Oracle. I'm sure that's, obviously not his intention. Pure tags to try to probably get some scouting information, but unfortunately Ark has been super sneaky and taken the layer and all of this tech at their natural. Good chunk of Lings here. Gonna go see what's going on. Across the map, Pure working on that Templar tech, charge, and a prism. So what will these Lings get done? Earlier, I believe somebody was complimenting me on this setup. Of course, Pure always uses a very similar one, but his adepts got a little out of position there. Just unfortunate for him. It's one of those types of mistakes that, you know, kind of can happen to anybody. The door also open right now, no adept present. But Pure goes ahead and drops that chrono there. Ooh. Running the probe towards the open wall in, but Arkthelegend doesn't quite catch it. The Oracle, pretty low on energy from its earlier shenanigans. Behind this, Pure getting a Forge, and Arkthelegend getting melee and roach speed, I suppose that is. And missile. Melee and... oh no, group spines, right. Hydra upgrade. Hydra upgrade. So, and a fourth base as well. Everyone calls him Mark. I'll call him Mark. Thank you, H-Checks. Okay. Hero's having a bad day. This is 2 months ago, just coming back to the game. Okay. Some context is always nice. So, we have some Zealots. And they are fighting their way in. You know, green Protoss looks kind of cool. I wouldn't have thought it, but actually kind of neat. Kind of into it. So, Pure getting Storm, getting a few Archons, getting that +1. Arc still working on Hydra and Roach upgrades as well as melee. What is this going to amount to? I feel like Arc has been so sneaky. H-Checks likes the pink in the Protoss. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I do feel like you kind of see, the pink is like lighter, right? It's like you see more of the actual army skin and less of the color. Just the green, you see a lot of the color. The golden zealot skin looks really good with the green though. But come on, can it beat teal Zerg? It's a little zealot run by here. Pure just kind of saying, hey Ark, you know, what do you got going on the map here? Pure already knew this base was here, so just kind of confirming there's a fourth base. There is Mutatech on the way, and an investment station pit already done here for Ark. So are we going to Hive? Pneumatize Carapace about done. Spire about done. That second Robo, I believe, for Pure. Yep. Second Robo on the way. +1 just about to finish. Another little Zealot harass. Oh my gosh, is that Queen gonna make it? She makes it. Killing some gas drones, that's annoying. But Arc on top of it resaturates immediately. Pure really just trying to pull Arc apart here with different Zealot harassment, Archon drop. And with the Archons in the back here, it's going to be pretty safe for them, I think, to do this push. Ooh, but that Prism is a ways away now. But he's able to safely disengage. Second Prism on the map for Pure. And double Archon, or double Immortal production behind. So Pure is really going to be able to give Arc a lot of trouble here. A bit of a move command on that Archon. Rip. Press F to pay respects to that Archon, man. But these Zealots are, well, they're going to kill this Hydra and corner it. His buddies don't care about him. A couple Zealots over here as well. And now Bane Speed, just about done here for Arc. Bane Speed just about done. No upgrades spinning on that Evo Chamber. So where is Arc going to take this? Where is Arc going to take this? Heavy Hydra composition for now. Not a lot backing it up, really. Few Lings. Pure trying to gather himself back together. Worker counts both at 76. Worker counts both at 76. Pure expanding. Fourth base. Arc has not secured a fifth yet. Zerg, of course, never wants to be even with Protoss. Oh, there's that base for Arc. Pure attacking on two fronts here. These Zealots are going to get cleaned up, as are these. Prism almost gets shot down by Hydras. And Pure is able to save a couple of Zealots. Look at that. That was a brave Prism. Arc pushing creep in a bit of a horizontal pattern here. Nice, really widespread, which certainly will help with all of this harass that Pierre's been doing, trying to pull apart Ark. And now, these Hydra's off creep, trying to see what they can get done. Trying to just see. Just straight Hydra Bane. The Bane's blocked up behind the Hydras. This is not good here for Ark. Solid Storm there for Pierre. And a good chunk of Archons and Zealots to defend. Supply decently in Ark's favor here. And Ark has a bit less workers besides. So that army differential is quite large. An army differential is pretty big. Storm is very, very strong defensively. So we'll have to see what Pierre's able to get done here. Excuse me, God. Oh my God, so many Banelings! Oh, well, never mind what I was saying about that worker differential. However, on the opposite side of the map, Pierre is getting some work done with those Zealots. And he's now trying to capitalize on Ark's screen, having to be over dealing with that harassment. Ark does clean it up. And when the dust settles, Pierre down a bit in supply. Down a good little chunk of supply. And Ark on level 2 melee upgrades and level 1 missile with armor and missile 2 just about to finish. While Pierre is about halfway through his +3. Another big warp in the main. And a frontal push about to happen after these rocks are cleared. And this probe is not long for this world. Really, really money sort of zealot harass here, pulling the entire army of Ark back. Meanwhile, Pierre able to push this third base with the Immortal Archon. And it's going to take a good while for this army to sort of maneuver back along this path here and push this. Meanwhile, Pierre able to tear down that hatchery. But across the map, we've got some drops. And we've got a few Hydras cleaning out this pylon here. Pierre with the recall, going to try to clean this up. He says, you know what, I already got some damage done. I killed your base. And now I'm going to go collect some free units. So he's able to kind of repel this push. But is he going to have enough to defend this fourth base? As Ark is coming for him. And he's got some very nicely skinned Banelings. And, ooh, I missed this by Pierre. Another Zealot drop. I just don't know how Pierre's been able to keep these prisms completely untouched, or mostly untouched, for this entire game, and just continue to give Ark fits. Man, what a game. Ark dropping in, getting a lot more done this time with these Dropper Lords full of Hydras. Meanwhile, the Zealot harass in the main, and Pierre is able to scout the Greater Spire making. And there are, of course, still two large armies in the center of the map contesting these bases in the middle. So, really this is a matter of positioning and attention for these two players. And I suppose unit control as well, right? As we see these storms go down on the Zerg army, is Ark going to be able to multitask better and tear down more of Pierre's economy? I mean, this army is absolutely wiped out for both players, really. An Archon and an Immortal left against 3 Hydras. Now 2 Hydras to 1 Archon still making. This Immortal from downtown comes in to help. Comes in to kill off these Hydras, but everybody's just move commanded forever. Just move commanding forever. This is, you know, when everything is just hectic and both players are trying to manage everything that they possibly can. And you see some funny stuff happen like that. Both players saying, you know what, okay, I've got a minute. Let me catch my breath. Let me get my army hotkeyed again. And then Pierre saying, alright, I'm ready to move across the map at you again. Ark's starting to spread that creep. Starting to move that across. Of course, Ark sees Pierre moving down. Pierre saying, I gotta clean some of this creep. I can't just let you have this. This base being disputed by 2 Lings. It's super annoying to have have something like that, because until Pure can devote something to it, the space is in danger. It might actually have to be cancelled. The Zealots arrive in time. I guess they will just barely arrive in time. But that's a very high value move there by Ark, because it costs very, very little, right? 2 lings, just a few minerals, very, very minimal supply, right? And very minimal attention, just to say, hey, you can't have a base there. Ark says, do you have a base here? No, you don't. Okay, cool. I'm going to move on. Oh, another Zealot run by. God, Pure, you're so annoying. Now I got to get something to clean up these Zealots. What a pain. But Ark is getting into Broods now. Meanwhile, back at the Protoss Fortress, there's another Stargate going down. So that'll be 2 Stargate total, and no Fleet Beacon just yet. So the question is, well, is a Fleet Beacon coming, or is Pure planning to make Phoenixes out of these Stargates? What is the plan here? Protoss ground armor starts. 2-2 for the Zerg player, and level 1 carapace. So I'm not sure at what point Ark kind of stopped getting upgrades. Pure has ground weapons all the way done. Of course, there is sort of top tier tech here for Ark, so maybe that's where kind of some of that money went. So these Broods are a bit of an issue. There are some Archons, but it's not tons of Archons. And I'm not great at judging these fights yet, because I just haven't played enough late game PvZ to really know. Obviously Storm quite good here, and Brood Lords move pretty slowly, so if you can land a Storm on them, they're a bit slow to move out of it. Pure pushing here, seeing what he can get done. Decent Storm, good Storm. Elsewhere, Ling's just tearing apart Pure's base. And it looks like this hatch will go down, but these Archons kind of just getting shot up here by these Broodlords. The Broodlords only at half health. A bunch of half health Broodlords doesn't slow them down any, right? I'm sure a lot of that is from Archon Splash, not Pure targeting poorly, but at the same time, it's a bit painful, right? It's a bit painful when you're getting chased down by a bunch of half health Broodlords. Oh, these poor Templar. This looks like an Aret group of High Templar. It's a bit rough. So Ark pushing with a good massive Hydra here and a few Bane peppered in. The Banes are kind of in the back again, which is not so great. Yet another Zealot harassment coming out from Pure. Oh, what a game. I'm exhausted. I'm not even playing it. So, where are we? This base will surely die. Ark moving back with some of the army. These Zealots just kind of going to town. Zealots making it all the way to go fight the Hive. And Ark just kind of slowly pushing here. This, handful of ragtag Broodlords and some Hydra. Really juicy Storms. And there's a Void Ray on the field. Zapping away. And Broods clean up. Pure dropping the Manor Storm on his boy Ark. Get a scrappy little engage. Ooh, but a nice little flank by these Hydras. But there's Storms. Very, very back and forth game. Pure on a incredibly low base count. I can't see how this goes well for him from here. But, I mean, the game has been taken to a very, very low supply. Not a lot of workers or army for either player. Pure long-distance mining. These Hydras find it, but 3 Zealots will clean them up. My god. What is this game? What even is this game? 1 Zealot harassment force. He's a one-man army. This is, yeah, a very, very scrappy game. Finally, a base retaken here for Ark, so he doesn't have to long-distance mine over to this base. Prism back on the map for Pure. Void Ray fighting some Corruptors. There's some Lings continually trying to take this base. Pure has never tried to retake this base, despite Ark rechecking it over and over and over again to try to make sure. And Pure just says, you know what? I'm going to pull the things. I'm going to end this here now. I'm done with you. This has gone far enough. I'm ready. I'm pulling the bots. And we're just going to end this. And Ark says, hey, have you met Banelings? Let me introduce you to my friend, the Baneling. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, 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 wow. Who would win in a fight? 2 tentacle boys? Or 1 spinny boy? And now this is the saddest Broodlord. What a game. What a race. What a race. Alright, so the worker count is 12 to 20. Nobody has any bases anywhere. Pure is about to kill this hatchery with some probes and a couple zealots and a void ray. Ark isn't really mining, and Pure is not mining, and Ark says G.